going on, guys? Now, this one I am actually streaming on my Twitch for those on YouTube, so I'm just checking to make sure that everything is looking alright, which I think it is, but just give me 1 second, just to make sure. And it looks like we are. Alright. So we're just gonna hop right into this. We left off at the dungeon. I don't remember, storm something. So, oh, I was here for a thumbnail that ended up being storm something. Yep. All right. So is going through Stormfoot Catacombs. That's where we're at. So we're gonna head back here. We're gonna run through this dungeon, and then we're gonna go back for that one talisman. I did want to level up a little bit first. Ow. Okay. Take this guy. Ouch. Ooh, that's kind of a rare drop. Those smithing stones. How many of those have we got? Because we got 7 of those. Only the one. Alright, so after this we can go back and level this up to +2. We haven't been to the round table yet. How do we know we have not? Alright. We'll run over here. There's quite a few guys. 2, I believe, down here. Unless they're just gonna stay up top. There we go. Especially when you're using blunt weapons, make sure that you're doing jump attacks. Simply because you do a lot of posture damage, which makes getting the posts like this very easy. There we go. So these first dungeons are really easy. It's usually just run through and make sure you get everything. Wait for this guy to drop down. Out of the way. Easy, easy. Alright, gotta wait for this fire. Run this way. Don't go too far or you're gonna get burned. Actually, one of the first ways that I died. Hit that, it'll knock it down, which I actually didn't know my first time. I didn't notice it until I saw that message. Oh, but if you touch them, they do it again. They come back up. Now, there's a reason why those are flat, which we'll find out later. But right now, there's, I hate these things. They're so annoying, but those are actually puzzles in future dungeons. You have to jump on top of those to get. Oh. Do this again. Okay, taken out. Another one taken out. Heal up real quick. There we are, and then we'll head back down. Now, if it's easier for you, these guys are also parryable if you don't want to deal with trying to dodge or just avoid these guys in general. There we go. That went a lot better than last time. Let's do the spell take out this again. Oh, this one's down. Okay. Go, 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 go. tricky because there's a couple guys back here again, but can do this to take out two of them. Oh man. These imps are the worst part of the beginning of the game because they have high stagger and they bleed. It's just a terrible mixture for the starting of the game. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Now, I missed a spell when we were back in the Weeping Peninsula, but we gotta go back there anyways. And it's lightning, so against these rock guys, that's not very powerful. There's that one down. Alright, let's try this again and not die. I'm just making dumb mistakes, the only reason why I'm dying. Because these are mistakes that you should not be making, but you're still not used to running Spellcaster yet. My first build I ran, like I said, was quality, so I had a lot more health, a lot more resistance, I should say. Grab the stick. And then let's back up a little bit this time. There we go. There we go. Oh, nope. Not today. Grab these. Now these ghost glow vorts are extremely helpful for those of you that like use spirit summons. I either won't be using them at all or I'll be using them very little just to show them off because you can only really spawn them in for bosses and like for dungeon areas like this, and I find it more fun to be able to go through it myself rather than using summons. Just like I won't be using like co-op summons for bosses or anything either, so I just like to play the game. If you want to use summons, go right ahead. Because I will be, like I said, grabbing all of, if not most of the summons. Nope. There we go. Stagger. There we go. Easy. And there's Pondering Noble Ashes right there. These early game ashes aren't extremely good. The only ones that I would recommend using are the wolves, because those ones are actually pretty powerful. Don't launch me off the edge, please. Okay, good. Now we got one more guy here. So we can stagger. Do it right and you stagger him correctly, then you don't even have to worry about getting hit. You can just go up and smack him and you're good. Alright, that's just letting us know that we opened this door that we saw here at the beginning. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and reset. Alright, we'll hit the grace and then run through. That way we have full flask and everything else. Now, I don't believe I have... nope, we don't have any tears or golden seeds, I forgot. Let's run on down here and take out the boss. Now, another thing you guys notice is that this time I actually have my HUD on auto instead of just left on. That was just because I actually prefer running it on 24/7. I know it looks better on video if you have it on auto, so I might switch it back. I might not. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, now this boss is all about timing. Now, he's gonna do that 3 times, so don't make the mistake that I just did. I'm gonna run back and heal. And let's set up for another one. Alright. He's also extremely, not really stuttery, but like awkward is the word that I want to use. Aw, dang it. Okay, look at that. Staggering him out of the air. Alright, we should be able to just... Okay. That's what I get for panic rolling. That's 100% on me. Alright, let's try that again. Now, this boss really likes punishing you for, not really, what's what I'm looking for? Or basically doing exactly what I did. You panic roll. You can't do it. You have to make sure that all of your moves are purposeful, calculated, and not out of fear, because he will 100% punish you for that. Can't even really say he, just it. Going back down. Again already? Alright. There we go, delayed that one, so we're good. Cool, man. Do your 3 jumpy things. If I run back. Oh, dang it, you didn't do a third one. Alright, there we go. Only one left here? Nope. This one's not going as well as last time, but come on, man. Yeah, we'll get a heal off quick. We're far enough away. Run far away back. There we go. So that jump attack that he does there, where he goes up in the air and then pounces down on you, is actually not based on where you are, but it has a set distance. So once you figure out that set distance that he has to go, as long as you run farther back than that, he can't hit you. Not so much that he can't, but he won't. So for the next thing that we're gonna do, I mean, we could run back, because that one spell is right in here, but I think we're just gonna go back here and then go to the next dungeon. Now we have some souls, or runes. Yeah, we got enough to level this up to +2, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I got Morningstar +2, and level up a little bit if we can. Yeah, put 3 levels into health. That's gonna be our biggest determining factor in this right now, is our health, because as you guys can see, I don't have very much of it. 1 or 2 hits and I'm dead. Oh man, I thought that'd really be a 1 hit. Fine. That guy out over there. Now this next dungeon's right up here alongside the wall. I found this dungeon right after the last dungeon we did, just because I followed the wall up until the castle area where we get Torrent. Not really the castle, but the ruin area where we get Torrent. We were there. Get that ashes. Yeah, I did. I got Storm. which we should actually probably put on right now because I'm not sure what we have right now. Kick. Yeah, we'll do Storm Stomp. And do more damage than standard. Now, I like Storm Stomp more than Kick because you're gonna go up against a lot more enemies that are more affected by like stagger effects rather than Kick, because Kick only really works on block because it makes their stamina go down and can break their posture. Now this cave's annoying simply because it's dogs. Dogs are always annoying, but as long as you upgrade your weapon to +2, you really shouldn't have any problems. Or it should be not really, you know what I'm saying, just less problems. Alright, we're gonna back up and heal. Because these big wolf guys are the alphas, so they have a lot more health than these normal guys. Then beast bones, alright. And a cracked pot, alright. Oh. A little bit of drop frames there. Unless they loaded something up. Might just grab all the items around here. Never know if we'll need them for crafting later. I mostly craft whenever I do craft, I usually go for things that stop like poison buildup or bleed buildup or rot buildup, or I mean you can craft pots. I don't always do that, but that's what I do. Or like exalted flesh is extremely helpful. Now one thing I always like about this boss is he is extremely easy to parry. I'm almost certain every single one of his moves is parryable. Now after parry you want to charge him heavy. That was too slow. Or, I mean, his attack was too slow. I was just too late. Here we go. Charge up another heavy. Boom. And it's just that easy. It can be kind of awkward with his delayed attacks, but as you can see, it really does not matter. It doesn't matter even a little bit. Alright, there we go. We got the Flame Drake Talisman. See if any of these have anything important. Not so much. As I those ones as an ingredient. Spirits of nobles who, after death, now wander the lands between. Surely they were in search of something once, but whatever it was has long been forgotten. Spirit of a nobleman who once asked to be given a place at Rhea Lucaria to earn glintstone sorceries. His talents were insufficient to be worthy of donning the stone crown, however, and he is only capable of using the most rudimentary sorcery. Now, this Ash is really, really bad. He just uses literally like glintstone shard, I think it is. It's very weak. And he doesn't have much health, so if you're going to use that in Ash, use the Lone Wolf Ashes, because just like they do for us when they gang up and stagger us to death, they can do it the same thing to enemies and bosses too. So that's why I recommend these Wandering Nobles Ashes. Yeah, it summons in 5 guys, but they're all extremely weak. I do not recommend it. Really. And most of the items in this don't really have much or why. Here, said to be the fragment of the black moon that once above the eternal city. Not really. Another thing of notice is that the spirits, so the ashes, you can only summon one at a time, and if you summon in a person for multiplayer, you can't summon them in then either. That's how the game is, I guess. Let's anything else important in here? Not. But we want to go see our Talisman. Boost fire damage negation. Not really helpful. Don't really go up into much fire besides people with like torches and stuff. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the air tree would protect their lord as well of living rock as a wall of living rock, and so is that the shape of the dragon has been symbolic of all manners of. Alright. Let's head on back to the entrance. See if we can level up a little bit more. I'd like to get our health up to probably about 20, and then we'll go back and start going through faith. Because we need, for the weapons that I want to use, we need to get a 30 faith, which is a lot for for early game for right now, but I think it is definitely worth it. Now, let's head back this way. We could go through the castle, but I'm not thinking that's a good idea. So we're gonna go and grab some more items down here to help us level up. We'll grab maybe a golden seed, but I know we're gonna grab at least 1 or 2 sacred ears. So I don't think I missed any sacred tree here. If I did, I think the next one is right here. And now that's all I can remember. But if I do miss any, I'm sure will come back to me. Now we haven't been over there, so I think that's where we head next. Actually, a grace right down there. Let's see if we can get down to that. Oh, well, grab that yellow ember while we're at it. I just realized I did not grab that over there, so we need to go back this way. I forgot something in the last video. I did grab this because this is where we got our sacred tear. But we have guys aggro on us, so we can't just teleport. Let's run down here. Oh, we're good. And we should have enough souls to pick that health talisman right here from this guy.
Trade again?
Maybe, nope, we don't. How much are we short? About 700, okay. So we do need to run back up here and angle ourselves toward the tower here because there's an item. The Great Turtle Shield. The turtle is a symbol of tirelessness, and the shield boosts stamina recovery. I actually did not know that, but we need 14 strength for it, so that's like the Grass Crest shield from Dark Souls for those of you who have done that. Well, there's also, okay, getting kind of sidetracked here, but we got time, so we're gonna run down here. Gonna be a group of enemies that we need to take out. We might not have to take them out actually. Here's what we'll do. We'll hit this grace. Then we're gonna run through and see how much damage we do to these guys and see if it's worth taking them out or not. Oh yeah. Not bad at all. Now they do. Let me roll. Okay, so these guys do gravity magic, which actually does physical damage rather than magic damage. Interestingly enough, let's see if we can do this. Alright, that took out a bunch of them. Now that gravity attack will suck you in and he will do an attack almost directly after it hits you every time. There we go. Jump attacks are your best friend in this game because of how much posture damage they can do. So we're gonna heal up real quick. And we still have enough for our frenzy attack. Finish that guy off. And there we go. Alright, that refilled one of our flasks. But that doesn't matter all too much because we're about to hit another grace and go into another dungeon. Oh, first we gotta head up this way because there's a guy sitting on a chair here and we need to grab the item from him. And it's another stone sword key. Like I said, you will find these things all over the map. But there's a lot of these imp statues that not only take one, but they actually take two, interestingly enough. Now we're gonna head on down here. And right on our left here, there's our next dungeon. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like running through all the dungeons because I think it's a waste of time and don't find it worth their while. But a lot of these have like special items and spells, and they have I think the bosses all give a pretty decent amount of souls, so I think, or ruins, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I still haven't shown off Stump yet, so I'll have to do that on this boss. Now, there is a guy that will drop behind you here. Other smithing stones, sweet. And then there's one at the bottom here waiting for you also. Just take them out quick. Alright, and then we're at the door here. If you need help with summoning people or anything, this is where you activate it. And we're gonna head on through here. So this is where you are going to ambush. Just take your time and be patient, and you shouldn't have any. Now, go this way. Oh, okay. I think that's the way we actually have to go, so let's go this way. Alright. Here. Just that. Okay. Well, that's still helpful, so that's nice to have. Alright, so let's see. Before we go on here. Now, do not let yourself get crushed here, because it will hurt. But there's nothing else up here besides that, so we're going to jump back over here. That way we can get down here, and we can actually drop below. And here we go. This one took me a little bit to figure out, because when it went up the first time, I panicked and just ran to the opening. But once you figure out there's 90% of the time when there's something like that, that lets you travel up on something that you didn't think you were going to, you probably have to go below it. Now there I just showed off the Storm Stomp and how helpful it is with staggering enemies so that they can't hit you. It's a giant, not giant, but it's a big AoE around you that protects you from every angle and almost auto staggers everything, but it's not guaranteed. So it just requires trial and error to figure out who it does and who it doesn't stagger. Now there's way too many enemies here that I don't got time to fight, so we're just gonna grab all the items around here and go up. Now there's a grave ghost wart, and then a ghost one. I believe, what's it? Probably any farther. Yep, there's a grace glowwort and then a ghost glowwort. The ghost ones are for your special ashes and your legendary ashes, and then the gray ones are for your basic ashes, which are the majority of the ones that you're gonna find. They go all the way from level 1 up to level 9, and then technically the max level one is called a great grave glowwort or a great ghost glowwort. So here we are back at the beginning. I probably should have healed, but it's fine. Now... Oh, this is the one that I hate. You have 4 imps plus the boss to take care of. But make sure you try and deal with them quickly, because 4 of them plus the boss is just insanely difficult to try and deal with. So what we're actually going to do is, I'm going to run over to this one. Miss the storm stomp apparently. Okay. They can't damage each other either. The only enemies that can damage each other are those from different quote-unquote factions or enemy group types. So this is gonna be a bit interesting, to say the least. Alright, so let's just run past these 2 guys. This guy's gonna try to throw a knife at you, be ready for it. And we're gonna go back in, we're gonna try again. Now this is probably going to be one of the hardest starting dungeons that you try and complete. I try and take out one of these guys right at the beginning, but I don't want to lose my souls either, so let's heal and run away. You gotta try and pick them off one by one, because otherwise you try and do like 4 at the same time, you're just not gonna have a good time. Okay, we got 2 of them. That's 3. And we just got this last one. Let's wait. Okay. Alright. So now we got a little bit less to worry about, seeing how it's just this guy now. Alright, hold too early there. Okay, go for the heal. Go backwards. Man, I really thought we could stagger him out of that. That's not what I thought he was gonna do. Alright, we gotta back up and we gotta heal. Hide behind the pillars. Not really de-aggro, but make him like lose his focus on you. There we go. Back up far enough. Go up the elbow. Come back. Get another one off. Back up again. Alright. Save. Alright, one last heal. And this should finish. And it did. There we go. And demi-human acid. The demi-humans, I haven't fought much of them yet, but they're these like ugly creatures that carry these curved swords. And they can be quite annoying. They're not super like strong or anything, so I wouldn't worry about them much. There's another dungeon down. And now we can head. We're gonna head back here and then backtrack our way around so that way we can go and get that spell. So let's head back this way and follow the left side here. And we cannot die because we got almost 5,000 souls. We do not want to lose those. Or ruins, I'm sorry. I've played Dark Souls for many, many years now, so it's gonna be weird. Even though I have 150 some hours on this game, I still keep calling them souls. But we have to rest here, and now we'll just level up. 17 vigor, that helps. Now we're just gonna keep following this as we're gonna run up to a bridge. And we actually need to go below the bridge. So we need to go down one more level. follow this side here. Now those were the demi-humans that were screeching there. Gotta run past this over here. Then all the way in the back here, I believe, is where the spell is. Unless I am completely wrong. And it looks like I'm completely wrong because that's where the tunnel is at, which I don't really want to run through yet. Let's run up here. And there's the spell over there. Okay, so we gotta lose the aggro first. You can usually tell when you have aggro on you because you'll hear that intense music. There, they lost aggro. So now, out of these two, you don't want to use the south of Lookout Tower. You want to go to the alien village outskirts. Now, this is the grace that we got last episode when we went and grabbed the Frenzied Flame. The Flame of Frenzy spell. So now you want to follow the side here. And might as well grab these on our way over there. Oh, there's an item here. What is it? Yeah, just level 2 Gardener, nothing important. That's not an item, that is a bad enemy. And then we want to follow these gravestones down. Now do be careful, because if you miss one or do something wrong, you 100% will die. And the other thing we look out for is, if we can, there we go, Lightning Strike. That's the incantation that we want. Now these are actually flowers here that we can grab, but they do get struck by lightning, and I'm not fighting all of these guys at once. Nope. I think there's a safe way down from here. Maybe not. Okay, not really. There isn't a super safe way down, but I believe we can follow right here and then drop down here. There we go. And then we're gonna go into the tunnels here to hit the grace, reset the enemies, so that way we do not get hunted down until death. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the grace. I don't believe we can fast travel in this grace, though. Yeah, no we can't. Okay. So I don't want to forget. So unfortunately we're going to have to play this game here where we go up and down. So as you guys saw on the way down, there's these tunnels on the side here which we need to try and hit. So we're going to do this. And there we go. Now, not all of them have something, but some of these do, and I don't want to miss them because a lot of them, like this one here, have smithing stones. Just up for the grabs right there. Now the next one. Right, it looks like this tunnel only has one, but some of them have up to like 5, I think is the most that I found. Now we try to ride this back up. Now we could take on this tunnel, but I think the boss at the end there really sucks. Okay, I'm sorry. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. Just because I don't remember completely, and I don't want to back out of it if it's an easy one. So, okay. We get 3 more level 1 smithing stones, and we get our Morning Star up to level 3. Oh, these are the demi-humans. And I remember this boss now. It's not too hard at all. The hardest part is getting through the actual tunnel. And these guys are just like the other ones, where you do a jumping attack, you hit them with a light attack right after, they'll be staggered and you can riposte them. Now we're going to jump over here and climb up the ladder. Only thing up here is this dude who is breaking down the smithing stone. And there we are, there's another level 1 smithing stone. Don't jump off the edge. When we leave here, we should have enough to get our Morning Star to +3, which will be very nice. Because this game is like Dark Souls 1, where leveling up your weapon is more important than leveling up your stats. You'll get a lot more gains from getting it up to like plus 5 rather than getting your strength up to 20. So because majority of the weapons in this game start off at D or E scaling, and then get most of their gains when you level them up, because that gets their scaling set to B, A, and S. And we need one more smithing stone, and we are set, which I believe is right here. There we go. All right. Now we are set to go ahead and get our Morning Star leveled up. But first, we're just gonna finish out this area. Have the Exalted Flesh. Exalted Flesh is extremely nice as it increases your damage by, it's either like 50 or 75%, somewhere around there. It is quite a bit more than you think. These yellow smithing stones are the somber ones, which you use to upgrade boss weapons, special weapons that only go up to +10. Alright, now we just got a few more items to grab. And a couple more enemies to kill. Grab another smithing stone. I got this guy here, grab this item. Oh man. Good thing we level up our health or we would be completely dead. These guys have a lot of poise, so be careful about that. Unless you have like a great sword or a bigger weapon than I do, maybe a great hammer or something, you'll be able to stagger them, but Morningstar cannot. And I also believe you cannot make these guys bleed, so I'll bet one of these guys, so we're just gonna do this. Make our lives very easy. Sleeping on the job, my guy? Not on my watch. Okay, so we're gonna run down here because there's an item down here, and then the other side is where the actual boss is at. And this boss is just a bigger demi-human, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Gotta do that. That guy out. Finish him off. First up with another somber stone. And the somber stones are used just like the glow boards for ashes. You only need one for each level. So one level 1 somber stone, one level 2 somber stone, just like that, all the way up to +10. And then the level 10 one isn't somber stone, smithing stone number 9. It's actually ancient dragon somber smithing stones. So should be good to go into here. Now, I just realized that for this, we're not gonna parry him, so we can keep this on our back and get the stamina gains and not worry about the requirement. Okay, this guy makes big, wide swings. Let's back up a little bit, but he also moves very slowly besides his roll, which lets us do this. This is another one of those enemies that swing slow to punish your panic rolls. Oh man. We'll probably finish him off with this. That's right, it's being cocky. Alright, so this time we're just gonna run past everything. I do kinda wanna switch back to this shield to see if we can parry him. Just because I think it'd be quite funny if we could. If you want to run straight there, just follow the path that's right ahead of you. Don't take side routes or nothing. Just keep running straight and you'll get there. Wow, I lied. I 100% lied to you. You actually need to backtrack here. Whoops. Quick roll. And then we need to go this way. Nope, this way. Come on, man. If you want to fight all these demi-humans, you know what? Go right ahead. I'm not feeling it. Alright, there we go. Don't let them hit you through the wall. Jumping attacks, I know for a fact to 100%. Alright, as long as he's two-handing that axe, you will not be able to parry him. Now, since he is technically a humanoid or like a living creature, fire will do an insane amount of damage to him. Dang it. Okay, I just got cocky. That was my bad. Alright, one last time. This is the one that'll kill. Oh. And let's not mess up the path this time and make ourselves get hit way more than we need to. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come down here. This way, ignoring most of them, so hopefully they don't aggro on us, and the ones that do lose aggro because we go too far ahead. Nope, he just dropped down instead. That's cool too, my guy. Just keep running. And here we are. Man, I hate this guy's slow and clumsy hits. Seriously, not even a stagger? Nope, that's gonna hit me. Fine. There we go. Now, you also don't have to be like me and charge it up to max full every single time. If you want to, you can just tap it and then do the short cast. I like charging it all the way to do the full amount of damage. And just get as many hits off as possible, because that helps induce a stagger. Now, I am running short on time here. I got about 10 minutes left, so let's see how much more we can get done. We're out of the tunnel. Let's head back here to the lower one, not the higher one. Yeah, let's do that. We'll run up here, we'll grab this tower, run through these ruins, and end up here at church. Alright, that's gonna be the plan. Because there's a chest at this tower, a mini boss at the ruins, and then the last sacred tier that we need is at that church. So we're gonna switch. Oh, we need 28 faith for that. Never mind. We got a little bit. But speaking of levels, we can level up. Alright. Yep. About one more level into health, and then we'll start leveling up our faith. I know a lot of people like doing strength faith builds, but I plan on sticking with casting. I think that's the best option for us, so I think that's what we're going to stick with. Alright, let's see what items are down here. We got these poison things we gotta worry about, but not really a big deal. I run up here. There we are. Go all the way up to the top here. And then we gotta kill this guy, because if you don't kill him and try continuing, I believe he can shoot you with this crossbow here, so you can actually destroy the crossbow if we hit it enough. There we go. And then we got our own crossbow, the hand ballista. Now, ballista I think is really cool, and actually one of my favorite crossbows to use, rather than just the boring normal ones. Since I don't believe that there's anything else back here, yeah, it don't look like it, we're just gonna continue. Now, there is another dungeon right over here. Oops. If you follow this path right down here, there's another dungeon, which is where that white tree leads us to. But, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna activate this. And then, yep, the guy leads us that way towards those ruins. Or towards that dungeon, but I'm not really too concerned about that right now. So what we're gonna do is, alright, we're gonna take out these guys because otherwise they're gonna cause problems for us in the future. We try and fight this mini boss. So that guy out, and that guy. There we go. Pop a heal real quick. There we are. Alright. Now the demi-human forest ruins. That is our mini boss right there. So we got a bunch of little guys and then this big boy. What we're gonna creep right through here. Past these sleeping guys. Now they're gonna wake up. That's okay. We got our one big hit off that I wanted to make sure we got off. That's basically our one free shot right there. As you can see, you guys don't do very much damage. And they don't have much stamina either, so do a short cast here. Take those ones out. Alright, perfect. Now, big boy here does hurt. He's just going to destroy the whole place. So, one of the reasons we're killing is because he actually drops us a spell, I believe. Not one that we can use for reading incantations, but a spell. I believe it's that move right there. Go back up. And that should finish him. Then we can clean staff and crystal burst. Yep. So we get her staff and her spell. So now we can just run this way. And I believe, oh, right here. These are for the Flask of Wondrous Physic that we have not gone and grabbed yet, but I definitely probably should have. But that's okay. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, you know what, we'll grab the flask. We'll grab the flask after this. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go grab the sacred tier, go find 1 or 2 more dungeons. We're not gonna run through them, we'll just unlock them, and then we'll do them next time. And then we'll get our flask. So here's another sacred tier. If I remember, I thought there was an item up here on one of these graves. Yep, it's back there. Gilded iron shield, there we go. Oh, and then there's one right. Okay. So, you might have seen there was actually, grab that, one of those statues over here that leads us towards a dungeon. We will be heading down there eventually also, because I think there's another sacred tear down there too. Okay. And then it's leading us to the dungeon that is right behind here. Here we go. Sword Catacombs. Perfect. So we will leave a marker on the map, just to make sure that we come back to this one. And then we'll, I think it's right here, but we'll just screw it, we'll run back over here. We already got that, already got that. Oh, he's got those, okay. That will definitely kill me. Turn around. Drop down here, and then we'll use the spirit jump to safely land. There we are. Now we're gonna aggro a bunch of demi-humans again, but it's fine. Yep, I'm not following you, dude. Sorry, you're too low. I believe this one's a trap here. Oh no, it's not. Sweet. There's some random items strewn about here that, when you go near them, trigger a bunch of demi-humans to appear around you. Not a big deal, because as I've shown, they are extremely weak, but just something that you should notice. Now, I don't want to grab that because I don't want to be wrong and think that I grabbed it or did that dungeon already when I didn't. So here we go. We'll set another marker here. And then we will teleport here. Oh, whoops. Alright, so now we can just run past all these guys. Nope. Let's rest here and reset. I don't think I grabbed the item that was behind this trailer either. Nope, I didn't. And oh, there we go. It's the flail. It's basically a morning star on a chain. It requires 18 decks, and I do not feel like going down that far yet, so we'll just get it, and those of you who want to use it can. Ignore that guy.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Yeah, I'll help you out here in a sec. Grab this. Now this NPC here, I actually missed, because if you follow the road, he won't yell at you. So you gotta hit this to break the spell.
What'd you go and do that for?
And hopefully this guy doesn't aggro on us.
Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore. Right.
Okay. So I'm actually running out of time here. I gotta go to work. So, the next map is about right here, and then the physic is right up here. Now, we have a cave here, another one right here, then our final one right up there. I shouldn't say cave. These are the 3 more that we have. We need to go and meet somebody here. And then we actually have someone we need to meet here. And then another dungeon area right there. So we still do have quite a bit, because we have this cave system. We have a boss fight. I think it's right here. And then we have another. We haven't gotten into any of the Everjails yet, but got those here. Some more. Here, we'll put one of these here. One of these here. Don't need to go here yet. But we also have a tower. So as you guys can see, we still do have quite a bit left to explore yet. There's a lot that goes on this map. There's a lot of things that depend on the day, on night, and stuff like that. Like there's a daytime and a nighttime boss down here, or 2 nighttime bosses, I should say. Another 2 nighttime bosses up here. So we got quite a bit to do. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how much we can get done in the next episode. But for now, that is all I have time for. I will see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed, please comment and like down below. Comment how you feel about this series and how you feel about how I'm going about the game. If I miss anything, leave it down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.